I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Representative Andy Biggs held a telephone town hall on Tuesday. During the town hall, a caller asked about gun ownership in the wake of the Uvalde school shooting. Biggs cited the Second Amendment and said that he was disappointed that after the shooting, quote, you had people on the left start talking about taking away people's guns. The Texas elementary school shooting has reignited the gun control debate in the U.S. between Democrats and Republicans. Here's more from the Arizona Republicans town hall.
John, I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Hi, you there, John? Yes, I can,
sir.
John. Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon, Congressman Biggs. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How about yourself?
Yes, sir. I have several questions. One concerning the shooting that happened down in Texas. Horrible. But the squeeze on the legal gun owners is horrific. Criminals never did care about gun laws and never will. So you can pass all the gun laws you want, and the illegal people will, most of them will abide by those laws. But the criminal could care less. And I don't see people turning in their guns because of the massive disuse of guns or the misuse of guns. It's the illegals that are misusing the guns. And again, Congressman, they don't care and never will care. And we're just squeezing the legal gun owners in America. And we're never going to give up our guns. Never. It's a constitutional amendment, and it'll never go away. The other thing is, why should an illegal or an undocumented alien be allowed to vote in America? Those are my two questions.
All right, John. Yeah, John, thanks so much for calling in. I appreciate your questions. I'll answer the second one first because it's a short answer. Why should illegal aliens be allowed to vote in the United States of America? They shouldn't be. And so in Congress, we are working on legislation that would prohibit, let me rephrase it, that would require proof of citizenship in order to vote. And that would be through voter registration, et cetera. The second thing is that means that the local jurisdictions in California and New York and other places that use motor voter and it had 800,000 illegal aliens registered to vote in New York City alone. They need to, they shouldn't, their elections should not be certified, nor should they be recognized. Now, on the gun issue, on the gun issue, you're right. I was dismayed that within minutes almost of the shooting in Uvalde, you had people on the left start talking about taking away people's guns. The Second Amendment is clear. It's a recognition of a God-given right to defend oneself. That's what it's all about. If you go back and read the minutes of the convention, you go back and read the writings of the founders, it was all about being able to defend yourself, and particularly defend yourself against an abusive government, as well as people who might seek to abuse you individually, or your family, or your community even. So the bills that are being proposed that we will consider Thursday morning in the House Judiciary Committee, if you look at them, and I have here the list of the things they're trying to do. They want background checks for ghost guns. That would not have solved Uvalde or any of the mass shootings that they bring up. They want gun storage requirements for homes with minors present. That wouldn't have stopped Uvalde. They want additional penalties for gun trafficking and straw purchases. That would not have solved Uvalde. They want a bump stock ban. And they want existing bump stocks to be registered under the National Firearms Act. None of that would have stopped Uvalde. Uvalde, when we get down to it, we have to provide security. The local jurisdictions and the state jurisdictions have got to provide safety for the children. No more of these gun-free zones. In the Buffalo shooting recently, in that guy's manifesto or his document, whatever you want to call it, he said he was looking for gun-free zones because he could find more victims. Um, this is a country that's founded on freedoms and recognizing freedoms. One thing you said, John, was that lawbreakers break the law. That's what they do. We already have more than 20,000 gun laws, statutes, and ordinances on the books. People who want to break the law, they break the law. They disregard the law. And so I appreciate your comments, and I'll keep them